Hi viewers, welcome to Face to Face Live. My name is Nusantara and I will be with you for 1 hour. Well, BINUS University actually has so many clubs that the students can join. And the focus of every club is actually different from one another. They are very various in terms of the focus. Some clubs focus on academic performance like English club, Mandarin club, Japanese club. And some clubs focus on hard and soft skills. Some other clubs focus on maybe sports activity, and I'm going to be talking with somebody who is actually involved in one of the biggest clubs in BINUS University. Here he is, Juferi. Hi, Juferi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay, have a seat, Juferi.
Thank you.
So this is your very first time actually to be on BINUSTV, yeah?
Yes.
What do you feel actually? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling kind of nervous? Are you feeling happy or actually?
A little bit nervous, but I'm really excited to be here.
Okay. Now, maybe you can introduce a little bit of yourself to the viewers, maybe your name, your age.
Okay, so my name is Juferi, and now I'm currently 20 years old. I'm majoring computer science in BINUS University in my 6th semester.
Okay, computer science.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell me a little bit about your major. I mean, the reasons why you would like to take that major in the first place. Okay. What interests you?
Okay, so back then when I was in my senior high school, when I'm looking for the major in BINUS here, so what things make me interested in computers that I love to play with my computers and then creating things like programs. When I listens to my experience from my seniors, yeah, I think that is good for me to learn.
Okay, my major is actually English, and by taking this one, I can be anybody that I want to. I can be a lecturer, I can be a public speaker, whatever I want to be. And you, by taking this specific major, IT, computer science, what do you expect you to become in your future?
Okay, I myself are projecting myself to be a businessman. So by learning in here, what I focus is morely on for the analysts. So analysts like the database and the design on how companies works.
Okay, besides going to college, besides studying for your university life, what else do you do? What are your current activities?
So I'm like other normal university students. I attending classes. So beside classes, I also actively join student organizations, which is BNEC,
which we will discuss later more deeply.
Yes, of course. But outside campus, I also keep on developing myself. So I got selected for the AstraFirst scholarship programs.
Wow!
So that is the programs provided for university students. I mean, from the Astra International Incorporations. So now me with my teams are working on for business projects targeted for students in BINUS University.
Okay, so you are quite a busy person after all, yeah?
Not really.
And do you have like any particular hobby? Playing football, swimming?
Yeah, sure, like other
watching movies?
Males do. I love playing football.
Okay.
I also do love to play volley.
And volley? Where do you play that one? In Jakarta? Where?
Actually, in BINUS we have a hall here, so I join the volley activities as well.
Okay. Now let's go to our main topic, which is about BNEC. Now, BNEC actually stands for BINUS English Club.
Yes.
Okay. And what is it all about, basically?
So, in general, BNEC is a student English student organization, I mean. So, we provide English classes for BINUS students to improve their English skill. We also provide the platform for the talents who want to join the English competitions to win the prize and to win the trophy. And the last thing is that we are a professional event organizer in here, such as we also have a international scale event.
Okay, so this is actually a student organization.
Yeah.
Can I say that everybody involved in this organization is all students, no lecturers, no other people?
No,
so they're all students.
But we are still supervised by the BINUS. We have the Student Creativity and Development Center. We are supervised by them.
Okay. May I know what do they supervise?
Like,
what things do they supervise?
Like before we are going to hold an event, we must do some proposal to propose our events, like our concepts, and mostly is for the financial things. Like we are still in university students, maybe some things regarding to the financial is not really good from us.
Maybe we can discuss it later, yeah?
Yeah.
So the financial thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, as you mentioned before, you are in this club. You were involved in this club actively.
Yeah, actively.
Okay. What is your position, by the way, in this club?
So currently, I'm taking charge as the Vice President of Information and Development.
And what do you do there?
So
regarding this position, what do you do?
So by being a Vice President, I'm helping my presidents to supervise the events, all events held by BNEC. And personally, I'm taking charge of 4 divisions below my departments, which are I have the Human Resource and Development. And we also have the quality controls in BNEC, and we have the MIT divisions and also the member focus. Now, member focus is morely the divisions made to bring the more benefits for our members in BNEC.
So as far as you know, how many positions, or maybe how many positions are there in BNEC organization?
Okay.
As far as you know, maybe it doesn't have to be exact, just estimation.
So we have around 11 divisions.
11 divisions.
Yeah.
So there are actually so many positions that you can take, that you could have taken. But why did you take that position?
Okay, so as I've explained before, that in my department we have the Human Resource Development. So previously I was the member of the Human Resource Development divisions. So by involving in the Human Resource Development job desk, I think that that is quite my patience in doing that, like monitoring and in making concepts on how can we keep on the development of our human resource. And then now, in a general, as the Vice President of Information Development, I'm monitoring the developments of informations and also the quality of our human resource in BNEC.
So I can say that you really enjoy doing this position.
Surely.
And when do you think you will stop? Maybe when do you think you will find somebody else substituting your job, your task?
Okay, so
or you want to do it until you graduate?
Okay, so actually we only have 1 year of leading. So it is all until 2000 at the end of this year. So after that we are going to have others president and also others vice president.
So it's always changing.
Well. Always changes every year.
Okay. So how long have you been doing this position, this job?
Okay, officially start from this January, but we already start doing the preparations from October.
Okay. Yeah. And you have been involved in this organization ever since your very first semester?
My very first semester.
Okay. And do you think that BNEC, BINUS English Club, is actually seen to be the biggest club in BINUS?
Okay. I would rather to say that we are one of the biggest. So actually in BINUS we have a lot of big student organization in here.
This is my question. So you say that it is one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Is it because you are not sure whether it is the biggest, or you're just trying to be humble?
Actually, maybe both of them.
Both of them. Okay, I accept.
Okay.
Now, why do you think? I mean, the reasons. Why do you think BNEC is actually one of the biggest clubs?
I think
what makes it big?
Okay, I think it is proven by our achievements.
Okay.
So we have been awarded for the best student organizations in BINUS for 3 times in a row.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we also even broke the Guinness World of Record in 2010.
Maybe we can talk about the achievement later, yeah? All of them, yeah?
Okay, sure.
And also, how long, I want to know, when was this club first established? Is it maybe like before Christ? Well, I don't know.
So actually it was first established around 1992.
Even before we were born, yeah?
Yes.
1992. I was born in 1995 and you were born in 1994. So, wow, 3 years earlier than our birth, yeah?
Yeah.
1992. Who built this kind of organization?
So
who made it?
Actually, there was groups of students, BINUS students.
The founder?
Yeah, they are the founders. They're the people who love to speak English, and then they wanted to build an English environment in our campus, and so they built this community called BNEC, BINUS English Club.
So they were actually the students of BINUS, yeah?
Yes.
And how many of them actually becoming this founder?
Okay,
do you happen to know?
Up until now, I never heard about the exact numbers, but I believe maybe just only around like 10 people.
So the ones building or maybe making this club still remain mystery. Yeah, we never know the history.
Yeah.
And we will continue later the conversation after the break. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Hi viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, the only English spoken program on BINUSTV with me, Alessandro, as your host and Juferi as our guest. If you're just tuning in, we are now currently talking about anything that relates to Bina Nusantara University English Club. Now, Juferi, I want to know how many members does BNEC currently have?
Okay, so we actually every year, as I know, starting from 2011, we got around thousands of registrants.
Wow!
And we accepted around 550 members each year.
So there are like 1,000 people registering themselves, but apparently there are only 550.
Yeah.
What about the other 450?
Well, there is several reasons, I believe. Like somebody only want to take the TOEFL predictions by registering it, and they also, some of them also, after consider, they prefer to join other students or other students activity, as BINUS have a lot, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that you are quite busy joining this club or not?
Okay, I don't prefer to say that I'm busy.
Okay.
I would rather to say it is productive.
Okay, productive. And how will you manage your time management?
Okay, I think that by decreasing the time of doing something not really important, so that make sure what we do is have a benefit for us, for our development.
Okay, so I will repeat once again that the members of BNEC are all Bina Nusantara students. Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe you can tell us the benefits, because maybe some of the viewers are trying, maybe consider joining this club.
Okay.
Maybe you can tell us the benefits of joining this particular organization.
Okay, so I would like to divide our members into two categories. First is that by being the passive member. So by being the passive member, you are going to have the classes.
Okay.
The classes, we have 4 classes here to enhance your English skill. We have Scrabble, we have debate, we have TOEFL, and also public speaking.
Okay, so there are 4, yeah: debate, Scrabble, TOEFL,
and also public speaking. And besides classes, we also have, like I've explained before, we have member-focused divisions. We have several activities to enhance our members' soft skills. So, for example, we invite people from corporate or from company to share their knowledge and also experience, so that our members can get their experience to be implemented in their real life.
Okay.
Okay.
So
so
they can either join the classes for passive member and the organization for active member. Is it possible for the students to join both of them? So they want to join the organization and the classes as well?
Of course they can. Yeah. So I've ever been that times also. Yeah.
So you join the class and you join the
organization
as well
as an active members. So by being an active member, surely all of the benefit is that we are having the experience of organizing an event. Especially BNEC has a big scale of event, international levels. So by being the committee of international scale competitions, events, surely a great platform for them to learn.
Okay. So let's now talk from the students' point of view, registering themselves to BNEC classes.
Okay.
How often do they have the class of TOEFL and public speaking per week or maybe per month? How many times?
Okay, actually from that 4 classes that we provided, they are eligible for choose the two classes. And
2 out of 4?
2 out of 4. And then they are going to have the class once a week.
Once a week.
Because they take the 2 classes, it means that in a week they have 2 classes in BNEC.
So they cannot take like 3 or maybe 4.
No,
only 2 classes.
Only 2 classes.
So they can take Scrabble and debate at the same time. Okay. Yeah. So 2 classes per week, and each class, how long does it take?
For one shift. In
one shift,
like BINUS shift for 100 minutes.
It's equal to 100 minutes. And also, I'm actually the tutor of BNEC. For 1 semester, I was teaching TOEFL and public speaking. Were you the tutor also or not?
No, I've never been the tutor.
But you were joining the classes.
Yeah.
What classes did you take?
I take the public speaking
and
also the TOEFL.
Oh, TOEFL.
Yeah.
And now you're no longer a student.
I'm no longer a student.
And what are the other benefits?
The benefits for
joining this organization.
Okay, so I believe that by joining these organizations, like I've explained before, we spend our time mostly to do the organizing event, to do the organizing things. We're preparing other things for the events that make our times be more productive.
Wow.
So that in this college life, we are not doing things that are not really important for our futures.
Because some people say that when you graduate one day, companies are looking for those who have, organization experience. That's why you are joining this club, so that you prepare yourself. Okay.
That's why.
And you say that everybody involved in this organization are all BINUS students. Can somebody who is like, let's say just other universities, they want to join BNEC classes, can they do that or not?
Okay, so unfortunately, from the very beginning of these classes were made, it was exclusively held for the BINUSian only, BINUS student only. So other students from outside BINUS university cannot take it.
Okay, so exclusively for BINUS students.
Yeah.
And now let's say the second student or maybe the second semester students, they now want to register themselves to be a member for the class BNEC classes. What are the steps they have to take to become the member?
Okay, so like usual, we will have the TOEFL prediction first to determine which class are you going to take. Like for the TOEFL itself, we have 2 parts, like below 500 and then above 500. While for the public speaking, for the second semester, the important thing is that for the public speaking, we have three kinds of focus. So we have storytelling, we have the speech, and also like this newscastings as a whole.
Newscasting,
yeah.
Storytelling, newscasting, and speech.
Yeah.
When you were in that position, what did you take?
I took the speech class.
Speech class.
Yeah.
Why? By the way, any specific reason?
I believe that by being an active student, the ability of speaking in front of people is important. And back then, I'm not really confident in talking like this in front of many people. So that's why I took that class to improve my confidence in talking with other people.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the tutors? Are they all students or some of them are lecturers or what?
Okay. So most of our tutors comes from students as well. But don't worry about the quality of our tutors. Surely we have the selections, the qualification as well. So we recruited them by proceeding to the several process.
So we make sure that the tutors are all qualified
enough.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't you want to become the tutor as well?
So
try to apply for that position, and you can have experience in teaching, because some people think that experience in teaching is also essential.
Yeah. For the tutors, why they want to? Yeah.
What about you? Why don't you want to become a
Okay, so me myself, I don't really have a good sense of teachings, so maybe that is the main reason I didn't took any chance of being the tutors. Yeah.
What about the other tutors? I mean, what are the reasons for which they want to become tutors?
For them.
Usually,
first is that they really have the patience in teaching others to make other people also know what he or she knows, and other is that the experience. I believe that most of them also, after graduate, they are going to teach in somewhere. And the other thing is that because we also provide some incentives for the tutors so that they can save the money for their college spend.
Okay. So as you said before, 2 classes per week. So in total, how many weeks
In total, how many weeks?
One semester.
One
Or
semester.
2 semesters in total.
One semester. Sorry, that is for 2 semester.
Oh, 2
the memberships exist for 2 semesters.
Okay. So it's eligible for 2 semesters, yeah?
Yeah.
And where is the house, by the way? The class, is it in campus?
Okay, so actually for running our classes, we specially rent 2 houses. 2 houses I mean, to run the class. So we have the house to run the TOEFL class, and then the house to run the public speaking class. So basically we have 2
classes somewhere in Syadan.
Yeah, somewhere in Syadan here. It's not far away from here.
So we can just go there by foot, yeah?
Yeah, just by foot.
And who actually owns that home? Is it actually BINUS? No.
Actually, it is
owned by somebody.
Owned by somebody who live at
nearby.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, what probably do you have any goal? Maybe next goal of this organization? Probably you want to make it as the biggest club in BINUS, or your personal goal?
Okay. So actually, my personal goal, maybe of course, BNEC has the value, right? One of the values we have the continuous improvement. So by only being one of the biggest, we cannot just stop in this current level. So we are keep on improving our level. Like we are going to be more professional. Like how other company or corporates look at us. I mean, although we are just student organizations.
Okay.
How can we be special for them so that we can be their partner as well?
Okay, and we will continue later the conversation after the break. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Hi, welcome back with us on Face to Face, your favorite talk show on BINUSTV, with me, Alessandro, as your host for today's episode for 1 hour. And we have 2 more segments here. Now, Juferi, let's talk about AEO, which actually stands for Asian English Olympic.
Yes.
As far as I'm aware, I can say that this is actually one of the biggest events held by BNEC, because I was once a performer.
Okay.
I was performing mentalism in front of like over 600 audiences. Wow. So what is this actually about, AEO?
Okay, so AEO actually it is an Asian English Olympics. So it is an international English competition.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are 7, especially in this year, we have 7 fields of competitions.
Oh, 7 or 8? 7.
7 of competitions.
What are they, by the way?
So there are spelling bee.
Spelling what?
Spelling bee.
What is it all about?
Like how do you spell table? TABLE. Spelling bee. So, and we also have the Scrabble competition, debate, newscasting, speech, storytelling, and the other is that it is held online, short story writing.
Okay. Have you ever been involved in any of those competitions?
So so far I have just be the committee itself. So that's why I have never be the participants of that.
So can actually so for example, like you said before, there are some people involved in the organization of BNEC. Can any one of them try to register themselves to compete in Asian English Olympic?
Yes, of course. So, but outside the committee, outside the committee of the AEO, they can register themselves. I mean, by being the talents of us. So usually we are going to hold the internal selections to represent BINUS in the AEO, because in there we are going to compete with other students across Asia. So especially in this year, we have the students from Macau, Hong Kong, and Vietnam as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where will it take place?
So actually we are holding the AEO in our campus. So in
auditorium?
the campus.
Or the classes?
The classes
okay.
and the whole campus.
Okay.
Actually.
and there will be sometimes there will be like special meetings where all students have to come to the auditorium for like maybe winners announcement, maybe
winner
like
announcement,
that. And I want to know how often this competition is held. Every month, every 3 months, every year, every two years.
Okay, so actually, by holding this, because we need times for preparation as well, we usually hold these competitions once a year.
So annually, yeah?
Annually.
And you said that you need time to prepare this competition because this is a very big competition, big event. And I want to know how long it usually takes to prepare such a competition.
So if we are calculating from the committee selections,
so in total?
In total is around 7 months. But as a whole teams working together, it takes around 5 months of preparations.
What are the things that need to be prepared?
Of course, first is support, like in form of money, and then the crucial thing is also preparing for our competitions, like finding the judges and then making the system of our competitions. And other thing is that looking for other students to participate in our events.
And who usually become the judges?
The judges.
Are they lecturers from BINUS, or maybe you can maybe you can call somebody coming from other countries who are pretty experienced in that field, or what?
Yeah, mostly the ones we get, we invite to be our judges are the professionals. Like in the debate, we even get in these several years, we even get the adjudicator from Australia, and then like other judges comes from Malaysia, from Taiwan, from Singapore, from other countries as well.
Okay. And how many people usually compete in Asian English Olympic in total?
Okay, in total, maybe I will tell you in average for these years of AO.
In the last few years?
Yeah, it is around 4 until 500 of students.
4 until 500 students.
Yeah.
And also, so this is a competition that is held annually. And how many days or maybe how many weeks does the competition last?
Actually, it is for 1 week. We can say for 1 week.
1 week.
So yeah.
Including the announcement.
Including the final day.
Wow,
so
the final
first day is for the technical briefing, and we also have the coaching clinic. So what makes AO special also is the coaching clinics. So we are inviting the professional to share their knowledge and experience so that participants will get something before they compete in here.
Okay. Because I know that this competition is very big, because when I was performing, 600 people, including the judges, and I was really excited to perform because I would be being watched by all of them. Wow. And successfully I managed to perform it very nicely, and that's what makes me very happy personally. And people, when they want to join this competition, how can they join? How can they actually register themselves?
Okay, so starting from 2014, which is last year, we are having the online registrations. So every participant who wants to register, they have to visit our websites to do the online registrations. And usually, if we are going to hold the AO in February, the registrations already open since the October.
Since October.
Yeah. So stay tuned for this October if you're going to compete in the next February.
So the registration can be done through online?
Online registrations.
And you said that short story competition is done via online.
Yeah.
Why is it done via online? Why don't they come to BINUS as well? Okay,
so there are some considerations regarding to the short story writings, because as we may realize that Indonesia, comparing to other countries in Asia, it is quite far away, and some students are willing to come, but they are facing some problems, like the travels must take a lot of hours, so that a lot of people wants to join AEO, but they can't do regarding to the distance. So we came up with the idea to make an online, so that we can gather more people around Asia to join AEO.
So everybody can compete and participate in this competition despite the distance.
Yeah.
And I want to also know, I mean, there must be some reasons why BNEC would like to hold such an event, such a competition, a big competition.
Okay.
What are the benefits for BNEC itself, or maybe for the students?
Okay.
Maybe.
So I would like to explain these questions, to answer these questions, I mean, into 3 parts maybe.
Okay.
First is for the point of view of BNEC itself, for the internal. By holding such a big event, it will be a big learning platform for BNEC Board of Management to learn, to organize events. While the second part is that for the other participants, simply by joining the English competitions will enhance their English skill, right? By competing with each other. And the last one is that for the point of view of the benefit for our country. So as we might realize that in Indonesia there is still rare of international English competitions. So that's why we are holding this to enhance the quality of competition in Indonesia. And the other is that to help other Indonesian students to feel the experience and compete with other international students without going far away from Indonesia. Yeah.
So this event has a lot of positive impacts on everybody.
Yeah.
It has impacts on the organization, it has impacts on the students, it has impact even for the Indonesia itself. Yeah. Really nice, I guess. And what about this one? So you said that the competition takes place in BINUS, and they will be doing it in the classes, right?
Yeah.
And what about students who want to study? I mean, so is it on holiday, by the way?
Yeah, it is on holiday.
So there will be no disruption, there will be no problem, because I think if it's done in classes while maybe other lecturers are teaching, it could be some kind of problem, interruption.
Yeah. So
but it's on holiday, yeah?
On holiday, that's why. So the campus is fully booked for us.
Wow.
On that 1 week.
Wow.
Duration.
So 1 week is full for BNEC competition. Wow, that's really nice, I guess. And I want to know, like, the achievement of BNEC. What have they made? What has BNEC made?
So actually, BNEC has a lot of achievement. But I can't mention it one by one for sure. Well, for the competitions, as BNEC joined many competitions, mostly the delegations from BNEC got the award, got the trophy back here. And the other is that BNEC also broke, like I've told in the previous sessions, like BNEC, looking back for the 5 years ago, BNEC have ever broke the Guinness World of Record, where the most people do the crosswords simultaneously.
Okay, how many people?
Around 500 if I'm not mistaken.
Doing what, Scrabble?
Crosswords.
Crossword.
Simultaneously.
500 people. Wow. And we will continue more about the achievement after the break, so don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Hi viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, your favorite talk show on BINUSTV, with me Alessandro as your host and Juferi as our guest. And this is the last segment for today's episode, talking about BNEC. Now, as you have mentioned before, the achievement, one of the achievements that BNEC has made is to have broken Guinness record.
Yeah.
Where there were like 500 people doing crossword simultaneously. Wow. Any other achievement?
Maybe if we are talking about the achievements from the Board of Management itself. So a lot of BNEC Board of Managements got scholarships, you know, because like when we are applying for scholarships, what companies look at us is like our experience. So the most thing is that, like I've said before, Astra First scholarships. So most of BINUSian who got selected for the Astra First mostly comes from BNEC.
Wow.
And then for the scholarship for going student exchange to Korea, this year we have three Board of Management go to Korea by scholarship, and then one to Australia. And yeah, other achievement is also by being the Deloitte ambassador and the Google student ambassador. Yeah, that is kind of the personal achievements done by BNEC Board of Management.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also I've ever heard that BNEC, I mean, when they are joining like debate competition, there were some students from BNEC who won maybe the first or maybe the second place in that competition, debate competition. Do you happen to know that one?
Yeah. For the debate, in the national university debating, we got the second place last year in the 2014, and then we got the like subsidized to go to the world level. So on the December, our representative got into the world scale, world level of the debating competitions.
And the best thing about this competition, I mean, when you were competing in something, bringing BNEC name, everything, I mean, in terms of financial thing, it will be supported by BNEC, they say.
Yeah.
And if you win, you will get some money. You just have to give like 20% to BNEC, and the rest you can keep it to your pockets. If I'm not mistaken.
To the talent. Yeah.
Wow. So only 20% to BNEC.
Around
20%, and the rest for the
talents.
Okay. What about you? Have you ever been involved or maybe tried any competition?
Me myself have never been involved as a participant of the competitions. Yeah.
Why, by the way?
Because from the very beginnings, my focus is that involving in the organizing events and organizing the organization itself. So from the very beginning, I didn't put my focus.
Okay. So BNEC, it's quite a big organization, and I believe that it's been like 20 years at BNEC. 23 years. Okay.
This year 23.
And I believe there might be some problems occurring to BNEC. And do you know, I mean, what kind of problems usually happens to BNEC?
Okay, so gratefully we don't really have any big problems, but the main problems that we face, I believe, is also similar with other students' organizations, which is the tight schedule for us to run the organization's work plan for a whole year. So I think that's the main problem.
And to be able to deal with such a problem, as you mentioned before, we need to be able to distinguish which one is important, which one is less important. So we can abandon the ones which are less important, and we just do important things, right? And also, BNEC, when they want to hold an event like Asian English Olympic or maybe any other organization, for sure it will need a lot of money. And in terms of finance, who will support, who will donate? Okay,
so first, the needs for the event itself is not coming from the members' fee, because members' fee is all for the operational, the class operational. While for the events, mostly still we get the support from our university, so they still give us subsidized for certain events. But the most money comes from us is that we are holding the fundraising event and also looking for companies to be our main sponsor.
Wow, so really nice, yeah. So everybody is trying to support BNEC basically. And maybe you can share us a little bit about your worst experience in your journey in BNEC.
My worst
experience.
Maybe is that my first year in BNEC, as I told, that I was the active member. So at that time, active member cannot be involved in the Asian English Olympics. So I registered myself to be the liaison officer of Asian English Olympics, and then I got rejected. So that's my worst. I think that is my worst. But yeah, I think that's.
So the very first year, no one is allowed to be what, the committee?
Liaison officer. I was the active member. It is not allowed, but I also have to apply myself, and then I do the selections, but I didn't pass the selections.
Oh, you didn't pass the selection.
Yeah.
What about the best experience in BNEC?
The best experience, I think 2 years after that, I put myself forward into the selections of the project manager of Asian English Olympics, and then after several months of selections, I got the positions. And the best part is that by being the project manager, I saw a lot of things happens in the events preparations, looking other friends developing themselves. Like when the first time, some people are not that, don't really have things that, don't really have clear things that they want to do. But now, after this event, they improve a lot. They become a different guy. So I think that is the best part of my experience in BINUSTV.
Okay, BINUSTV is a big organization, and I believe that an organization has its own strength and weakness.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know what would you like to improve in BINUSTV? What are the things that you want to apply improvement to?
Okay, so as still we have things that we have to improve, I think that we are still currently looking to improve our classes, the quality of our classes.
What are the problems with the classes, by the way?
Okay, actually they are not really a major problems, but we are still looking how can we make our classes to be higher level ones, so that our members can get more and more benefits by joining BINUSTV class. It doesn't mean that we still that is a major problem.
So it's not a big major problem, but it's just try to
keep on improving.
Yeah. Anything else, or that's all?
I think overall that's all.
Oh, so the class, because I also know that there are some people saying that the air conditioner in BINUSTV classes need to be improved.
Yeah.
But how is it now? Is it okay?
So now some of the air conditioner, of course, we have replaced into a new one. But others, because we don't really have a big sum of money, we still have to spend it wisely. So we don't simply, if this air conditioner is broken, so we just simply buy the new one. We can't do that, right? We have to spend the money wisely. So some of the air conditioner, of course, we have already replaced it, although it is not directly.
Okay, now I think we have reached the end of our show.
Okay.
Thank you, Juferi, for coming to this talk show.
Me.
It's really nice to talk to you. Maybe what I would like to say to the viewers is when we are competing in a competition, there will be, you either win or lose.
Okay.
But in my opinion, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, because the most important thing in competition is if you win, it's okay. If you lose, you can learn from your experience.
Yeah, that's it.
This is Face to Face. My name is Alessandro. Juferi. See you next time.